Do you struggle with spell speeds and wonder why you can't block that Divine Wrath? Well, today I'll show you how to spot them, and we're going to start right now. When we refer to spell speeds, we're referring to how quickly a card can resolve after it's been activated. When a card activates on a chain, only other spells and traps with an equal or greater spell speed can respond to it. So if your opponent activates a Hatronade and you have a Raigeki break, you can then create a chain. And the only time two spell speed 1 effects can be on the same chain, and the only time the effects can be higher than chain link 1 is if multiple effects are activated at the same time, but this also affects traps as well as spells. So first off, we'll talk about spell speed 1. These are the slowest cards, and these card effects cannot be chained to the activation of a card or effect from your opponent. So here we use Lightning Vortex to clear the board, and our opponent has a set block attack. As you can see, the block attack wasn't able to respond to our Vortex because these are both spell speed 1 cards. Also, these effects cannot be chain linked to or higher unless multiple spell speed 1 effects are activated simultaneously. Here I'll show you an example of spell speed 1s activating simultaneously. So we have got Rosemary and Bergamot on the field. We're going to activate our Blessed Wings trap card, so we'll use that effect now. Bearing in mind the trap cards, the continuous trap cards do fall under as spell speed 2. So we have paid our 1,000 life points, where they're going to activate Blessed Wings, and that will go on the same chain. So Blessed Wings will go down as Humid Winds, will go down as chain link 1, and Blessed Wings chain link 2. So we are using Humid Winds to bring out a monster from the deck, so we paid our 1,000 life points. We've then used Blessed Wings to gain 500 life points by sending a monster from the grave to the deck. So by gaining the life points, we've now triggered Rosemary and Bergamot's effect. So Rosemary will now change the battle position of a monster, so we'll change the blue eyes to defense, and Bergamot will then activate to gain 1,000 extra attack. And also, because we will be higher life points, we'll also be able to deal piercing damage. So I hope that explains simultaneous effects for spell speed 1s. Spell speed 1 cards are typically normal spells, field spells, continuous spells, equip spells, ritual spells, monster flip effects, monster ignition effects, monster trigger effects, ignition-like effects, and trigger-like effects. We'll also be covering ignition, ignition-like, and trigger-like effects in a future video. Now we'll look at spell speed 2. Spell speed 2 cards are effects that can be used in response to spell speed 1 and also other spell speed 2 cards and effects. However, spell speed 2 cards and effects can also go first and start a chain themselves. Spell speed 2 cards and effects cannot be activated in response to spell speed 3 effects. Spell speed 2 effects are also called fast or quick effects, or they will also have in the brackets, it will say quick effect. So look out for wording such as during either player's turn, or this is a quick effect, or as I mentioned in the brackets it will just say quick effect, as these are considered spell speed 2. So if we look at one of the monsters, we'll use Abyss Dweller as an example. So on the card it states here once per turn during either player's turn, and then you've got your colon. You can detach 1 Xyz material from this card. So we can tell that this is a quick effect because it states on the card once per turn during either player's turn. So that is the part you would need to look out for to know whether or not that is a quick effect. Continuous trap cards are also considered to have spell speed 2 effects even though they may not have during either player's turn written in the text. So here we have Humid Winds and Blessed Wings, and both of these can be activated on either player's turn, even though it's not stated on the card. Spell Speed 2 cards are typically quick play spell cards, normal trap cards, continuous trap cards, quick effects, and quick like effects. And finally, we'll look at Spell Speed 3. Spell Speed 3 is the fastest of all card effects, and only other Spell Speed 3 cards can be used in response to these effects. The only cards that are classed as Spell Speed 3 are counter trap cards such as Solemn Scolding and Divine Wrath. I've created a playlist on how to learn to play Duel Links linked on the screen. If you're a new or free to play player and want to learn more about the game and how to play it, consider subscribing to the channel, hit that like button if you've got value from this video, and also thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.